Good afternoon, everyone. General Caslin, General Gilland, General Jed, Command Sergeant Major Kenny, Mr. Corrigan, Coach Luncheon, ladies and gentlemen. It's an honor and a privilege to be standing before you today as we prepare to beat the hell out of Eastern Michigan. The first question I have is, who thought it would be a good idea to let Seth speak at his parents? My own teammates didn't let me speak when I was a football player once upon a time. The Commandant's speech fired me up a week ago. Colonel Ray's speech really inspired me, and then Seth Neiman. So, I'll do my best. Hopefully I say something that resonates with you. Pretty sure Colonel Ray was the guy that asked me to give this speech. I'm still not sure why, but I appreciate the fact that he trusts me to give some comments that represent the honor of Army football, the military academy, and the Army. I'm fortunate to call many of you in this room friends, colleagues, mentors, and I have mentored and taught a few of you cadets as well. For those of you that don't know me, I'm a 2005 graduate of our nation's only military academy. I did play football all 4 years at West Point, along with being a football player as a plebe in Company H3, Go Hurricanes, and an upperclassman in Company F1, Go Firehouse. I was also an environmental geography major, and I used the CEP, the Center for Enhanced Performance, a lot to support my development as a football player, also as a student, and I believe the mental skills I learned at the CEP were critical in my development. They definitely transferred into officership, and for this reason, I'm very thankful that I have the opportunity to serve as the XO of the CEP today. Because we all have an obligation to pay back into an institution that has given us so much. I've had a pretty good run as an Army officer. After graduating from West Point, I spent most of my first 8 years in the Army, either in Iraq or where I had the opportunity to lead some of our nation's most phenomenal non-commissioned officers and soldiers, or in Army schools preparing for my next deployment. Many times in these first 8 years of service, I encountered obstacles, challenges, and difficulties. I attacked the challenge, and when I had the opportunity to reflect, I said to myself, man, am I glad that I learned how to handle this problem when I was a 19-year-old kid at West Point. Staff and faculty members in this room taught me how to climb that rope when I was a 300-pound offensive lineman. They taught me how to write coherently with proper subject-predicate agreement, and more importantly, how to effectively communicate. They taught me the importance of understanding our organization's history. They taught me to think critically. They taught me how to professionally ask difficult questions, how to solve problems and make decisions. And most importantly, I was taught as a cadet at West Point that our graduates do all of these things with character as the foundation for everything that we do. Which brings me to my next point. Why do I play football at West Point? There are many reasons, but I think the most important one is character development. I don't think I realized this when I was a 20-year-old starting right tackle for the Army football team. If you had asked me then, I would have said that I played football because I love football. I had a loyalty to my coaches and teammates, but now reflecting back, I realized that playing football at Army was a crucible experience for me, and at this point in my life, I truly learned about leadership, commitment, resilience, and character. As an officer in the Army, I will always be grateful for the fact that I started to learn what these values meant when I was a 20-year-old kid that just loved mauling defensive ends on Saturday. One of the mental skills that we teach in the CEP is confidence. A way to start building confidence is to create a thing called a gratuity log, which is a list of things that you are thankful for. I teach cadets to say things like, I'm thankful that I have the opportunity to learn and grow at our nation's only military academy. For some plebes, it's saying things like, I'm thankful for the one upperclassman that smiled at me or said something nice to me today. So with that, I would like to use this opportunity to say thank you to everyone in this room. I'm thankful for each and every one of you that does your job really, really well on a daily basis. I'm thankful for your investment in these cadets because they are in fact the next cadre of our nation's military. I am thankful for you all doing your respective jobs really well at our nation's only military academy. I am very lucky and fortunate that I'm still alive after experiencing a significant amount of ground combat in my adult life, then being wounded by a large IED in Afghanistan in November of 2012. I'm even more thankful that the Army and West Point chose to keep me in their ranks despite my many injuries that inhibit physical activity, to include loss of my right leg, a broken back, a limb salvage of my other leg, many shrapnel wounds, loss of teeth, and a traumatic brain injury. I'm thankful that I've had the opportunity to mentor amazing cadets that will serve as future leaders in our Army. Teaching and mentoring cadets is truly the most rewarding responsibility that I've ever been granted in my time in the Army. I am thankful and grateful for my family. My lovely wife Amy is seated over here, along with being my best friend. She's the Deputy Staff Judge Advocate for West Point. She's one of the best lawyers in the Army. She's one of the finest officers to ever wear a uniform. She makes me a better person every day and a more committed person every day. Thank you, Amy.
Woo woo!
The last thing I have to say when I'm saying things that I'm thankful for, to all the cadets in this room, I want you to listen to me right now. And I don't give a lot of compliments. And I want you to know one thing, I'm thankful for you. You are special. You have volunteered to be a leader, and for that I'm super proud of you. You have agreed to sacrifice the last days of your adolescence to grow and develop as a leader, critical thinker, and a team player. West Point will always be special. We have great leaders with impeccable character. We play football the same way we do everything, with honor, with commitment, with a winning spirit, and with our values always in the forefront of our minds. These are things that nobody, not a disgruntled retiree, not an attention-seeking former cadet, not somebody who doesn't understand or live our values, can ever take away from us. We'll be proud when we beat the hell out of Eastern Michigan, and we'll be proud in all that we do and the way we live our lives here on a daily basis. Go Army, beat the hell out of Eastern Michigan.
Well done, Seth.